So one of my viewers wanted me to make a video about Sv3rige and I guess refute some of his stuff. I'm not even going to go with the veganism stuff. Like, what a lot of people don't understand, why did I start making videos on veganism? Really, I was going to start making videos on biohacking because of Maria Konovalenko, who at the time was my friend on Facebook and is one of my connections on LinkedIn. I wanted to help promote her work, and then her work kind of fizzled out, and it's no more. So I was going to do videos on biohacking, which veganism was part of that, okay? But what got me to, and then I just switched over to politics, because nobody was viewing those videos. So I made, I think, a couple of videos about vegetarianism and veganism and Dharma, the law based on National Socialism. You have to understand, I'm a third positionist, and third positionism, particularly National Socialism and esoteric National Socialism, favors a vegan or vegetarian diet, especially for ethical reasons. So that's the only real, videos I really started making until these carnivore kooks, especially Frank Tufano. When I first saw Frank Tufano, I'm like, this dude's priceless. I have to make a video on this because people are actually believing this nonsense, and people are going to kill themselves eating this way. As far as I know, nobody has, but how would you know if somebody did or didn't kill themselves eating that way? I'm sure somebody has to have had some serious medical issue by now. But this guy's Sv3rige. All I have to say is if you have a 3 in your name, something's screwed up with you. It's not hard to refute this dude, regardless of what he thinks about diet or exercise or any of that, which is also freaking crazy. He doesn't believe in exercising, but yet he says he does exercise because veganism destroyed his body, but exercise destroys your body. And then he was all into promoting sun gazing. He would gaze into the sun. Now, in his defense, he's not the only retard on YouTube that promotes sun gazing. A lot of people do. Which is crazy as hell because obviously it's going to burn the hell out of your retinas, cause cancer, all sorts of stuff. And I'm not against getting sun to make vitamin D and CoQ10, but the thing is, everything in moderation. So going further, he believes such things as the world has under 1 billion people because he doesn't see people when he goes shopping. Like, he just, all these crazy, crazy things. So, I mean, is he a genius? Is he insane? Now, his IQ, like, this is what people don't understand. Somebody can have a very high IQ, although I don't think Sv3rige has a very high IQ. Frank Tufano, I think, probably does have a mediocre IQ, probably in the low hundreds. I do think that he probably has a high average IQ. But Sv3rige, not so much. I don't think that dude, but if he does, he's clearly got some kind of severe delusional thinking pattern, where, and I mean, honestly, I'm not a professional. I couldn't diagnose somebody, but if you ask me, he looks an awful lot like somebody that has paranoid schizophrenia. He believes in chemtrails and the earth doesn't, everything's a fake, everything's fake, it's an illusion. He believes in sun gazing, just all sorts of crazy nonsense. And, like, what am I supposed to refute? The dude himself? For God's sakes, he has a 3 in his name. I mean, for the longest time, I didn't know how the hell to pronounce his name, because I'm like, what the hell? Why is there a 3 in his name? You know what I mean? More importantly, he's done crazy crap like eat a raw squirrel, a raw dead squirrel at a vegan festival to show how much he hates vegans. And that's the thing that I find funny. All these people, these carnivores, if they're against eating plants, why don't they ever go against the omnivores? You know what I mean? They eat plants too. They have some kind of sick hatred of vegans. And I don't know why. But one of the things that's interesting, and I want to point this out, Sv3rige mentioned on his debate with the Vegan Gains, I think it was his debate with Vegan Gains, that you'll never see a vegan animal from birth in nature. Well, No, you won't. The thing is, what people don't understand is, like, gorillas are relatively vegan, although sometimes they'll eat termites and things of that nature. But you're nursed. Even a cow, of course, nurses her young, and then they begin to eat plants. Same thing with guinea pigs. They'll nurse their young, and then their babies are actually quite capable of eating vegetation very early. But vegan animals, deer, all this, they're not necessarily do they, what do you call it? They start off eating dairy, which is their mother's milk, which is what all human vegans should be doing. And that's one of the things that I'm not some crazy, loony toony, 90 bananas a day person. I believe that, if you're going to follow a vegan diet, nurse your child. I don't believe, I'm not an expert in infant nutrition, but I do know that you can't give a baby fruit juice in place of mother's milk. It doesn't have the necessary nutrients to foster growth. And that's the thing, is a lot of the kooky vegans that you'll see, people like Frank Tufano or Sv3rige, or these people that go, these vegans are the epitome of emaciation or malnutrition. Yes, because they're insane, and they're literally the vegan version of a carnivore. If you look at Frank Tufano, and I actually do have to give Frank credit, he does look like he's gaining a little bit of weight, but he's also not as much of a carnivore as he was, where he looked like a rail, an emaciated crypt keeper like rail. But the thing is, Frank also has always followed an almost, I don't even want to say paleo diet. He has a hard-on for that Weston Price guy, and there's one, he made chocolate chip cookies and stuff. So he has eaten things like spelt flour and stuff like that that's not exactly carnivorous. But getting back to Sv3rige, these people are, honestly, they're crazy. But Sv3rige, I think, takes the cake as the craziest carnivore of them all. And that's all for this video.